In the early days of the pandemic, I don't think very many people knew exactly what to do. With the shutdowns looming and all the uncertainty, I knew there was opportunity. I knew we had the ability to help, and I felt we had the obligation to do something to not only help our union members, but help our community as a whole as we work to get through this terrible time in our history.
Food insecurity is an ongoing issue with many seniors and low-income families struggling through this time. Recognizing this increasing need, Laborers Local 773 decided to step up to help feed the community.
Well, the group has now given out more than 1.5 million pounds of food. That means each week 600 to 1,200 families are going home with some extra groceries. But it all started right here in their parking lot. The first people to go home with some extra food were 200 of their retirees.
Trying to figure out a way to help our retired members or our most vulnerable members. And then when the COVID pandemic came along, this was just a natural fit.
It's been 1 year since the Laborers Local 773 began its pandemic food distribution, and it started small, and now it has turned into something more than the group could have ever imagined.
We never could have imagined that the pandemic would have drug on as long as it has. But we knew that we had to stay and keep doing all that we could to help as many people as we could until we were through the other side. It's new people, it's not the same folks week after week. You know, so many of these small towns still, there's no grocery stores. You know, a lot of people have transportation issues. You know, we're coming through this pandemic, but there's still a lot of, lag behind where a lot of folks have been left behind.
On Social Security, and it's not very secure right now.
Jerry Irwin is picking up food for his family and 5 others.
We've got some other families that's on disability, and they're having a rough time, and we're just trying to help out best we can.
That this union has come down to help us, because there's somebody that's going to be less fortunate than someone else.
Heather Laughlin Etherton says they encourage the sharing.
We hear that over and over again, that people are sharing these boxes. It's more than just one family can use. And that sense of community is pulling all of us together.
They said you don't realize how much that helps us, that we can spend a little bit of money on something else. So it makes me feel good. So.
Well, the Carbondale Warming Center was supposed to close this spring, but it remained open to those in need during the pandemic.
And, it relies on the generosity of community members to make it happen.
And joining me is Jerry Womack with the Laborers Local 773. So you guys have a check donation here. Tell me a little bit more, because this is a big donation to the Warming Center this morning.
It is, Brooke. It is a big donation, on behalf of Laborers Local 773, through the generosity of our 501c3, the Laborers Care Charity. We're able to provide the Warming Center with this $50,000 donation this morning.
$50,000. Go ahead and take a look at this. This white and blue bench with paw prints is now the Parish Elementary School's playground. The Laborers Care Foundation donated money for the supplies and had high school students build it.
We have 14 juniors and seniors every day that come and learn classes in the Laborers Apprenticeship Program. We thought this would be a great opportunity for them to learn to read blueprints, use the tools, assemble these, and then give back to some of the schools that they've came from also. So.